Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of my amazing 2021. I understand I'm probably not the most consistent YouTuber. I mean, you guys, you're getting used to the fact that come and go and like with time. But hopefully, 2022 is the beginning of a new dimension. I mean, yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for your support so far, your subscription, your likes, your comment. I really don't take them for granted. I really appreciate you guys so far. And hopefully, 2022, I'm going to be more consistent and give you guys content that you will love. I mean, that's not doing that. Anyways, guys, back to the other of the day. We're back at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, and we came out 2-2 losers. Yes, I said losers because it was more of 2 points dropped as against a point gained at Stamford Bridge. Not even after leading, 2-0 earlier in the game, and we're pegged back to 2-2 just before halftime. It was a very shambolic performance from our Brexit midfield, and of course the defending was horrendous, to be honest. But anyways, you guys hear much about it in my reaction. Stay tuned, guys. For the lineup, there were a lot of issues going on: suspension, injuries, COVID. I mean, Klopp was missing for this game, and it was for me. Immediately I saw Klopp was missing for this game, I was like, oh, guys, can we do this without Klopp? But yes, these guys proved that they could not do it without Klopp at the end of the day. I mean, Klopp was calling the shot from wherever he was, obviously, probably from his living room or from a bar or something, right? It was probably isolating, most likely because of the COVID. The middle of the pack, I don't understand what that midfield was. It was a midfield of Fabinho, Anderson, and of course, 36-year-old James Milner, right? I mean, credit to Milner. I know people still faulted him for the first goal, but I feel like Milner put in a great shift, and I'm surprised that Anderson spent 90 minutes on that pitch. I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He was running like LS chicken. I mean, I understand he's our captain, but I mean, no one is above criticisms, right? It was our fault for the second goal, because it started from him giving the ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and them losing possession, and Pulisic scoring past Keller. Keller, kudos to you. I mean, I saw someone tweet that Keller, anytime you watch Keller, he's always been scored, some long range shots or something. But I mean, all of the goals that you guys talk about Keller conceding are goals that any keeper would actually have conceded as well. Credit to the youngster, he filled in for Alisson very well. That amazing stop to deny Pulisic twice. Was really impeccable in my opinion. Konate, I think Konate was a bit too rash at times, but I think overall performance, I think he did very well. Van Dijk, I'm going to blame you for that goal. I mean, Van Dijk could have done a lot of closing up on Pulisic so that he could at least deter him from taking that amazing volley that he did to Pascal at the end of the day. Simicas fielding for the suspended Robertson, and for the very first time I saw Simicas not up to his usual best, in which I see him cross amazing, but I mean his corners were even like whack at the end of the day. That's not impressive enough. Fabinho was left exposed, but I don't understand. Fabinho and Kante, anytime they face each other, it looks like Fabinho does not know how to tackle Kante, or maybe Kante is probably more intelligent than Fabinho. I don't know that part, but I've seen it twice. I remember the last time we played Chelsea, I think at Stamford Bridge, and Kante, ran the show around Fabinho, and he scored a wonder goal. Yes, it was the same thing that happened during the course of this game. Once or twice I saw Kante running the show against the mighty Fabinho. I understand that he didn't get his perfect midfield partner, but at the end of the day, Fabinho had a shocker of the game. The midfield was non-existent in all of my opinion. James Milner, at 36 years old, people were moaning and saying that he should not be starting games for us. But I mean, this guy has been very dedicated to us. For me, I'm not going to for Milner. I think it was very impressive in getting balls out of our box at the end of the day. All those corners that they were taking, they were probably the first person to get the ball out. He did put in a great shift yesterday. Yes, the midfield was non-existent, but at least it was way better than our super captain in person of Anderson, who I did not see do any meaningful thing on the pitch for the whole 90 minutes. Our front three, Diogo Jota is the only one that's going to be left. I mean, I'm going to talk about Con later. Sadio Mane should have gotten a red card in my opinion, right? But thankfully he did not get that, because we were saying that Harry Kane should have gotten a red card for Robertson against Tottenham, and now we did not see anything wrong in what Sadio Mane did against Aspilicueta. I think it's very biased, but we are grateful that he just got a yellow card and he didn't get a red card. Salah, of course, doing Salah things, scoring that beauty goal. And I mean, Mendy, what is wrong with you? I understand that every time we play any opposition keeper, they turn to prime Neuer or prime De Gea. At the end of the day, Salah could have scored a wonder goal from just the halfway line, and then Mendy did amazingly well to stop that ball from going in. Mendy did play his part in saving them, just like he did at Anfield earlier in the season when they were down to 10 men. But overall performance, I just felt that we were very, very poor at the final third. Diogo Jota, I don't know why he was subbed. I don't get why that substitution came on. I mean, I was expecting Henderson and Mina to be taken out for Oxlade-Chamberlain and of course Keita, but at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe Pep or Klopp called the shot, but whatever it was a very, very terrible. So look at that part where there was supposed to be a counter and Chamberlain could not even just control the ball properly to put Salah on the plate for him to go score the winning goal probably, but at the end of the day couldn't control the ball. Overall performance, I thought it was shameful because we collapsed in the last 4 minutes of the first half. I mean, our game management has been poor this season. Think of Brentford, think of Brighton, think of AC Milan, right? It now feels like when Liverpool are like 2-0 up, the game is not won yet. That's not the hallmark of a great team, to be honest. Man City was never going to draw that game yesterday if they had led 2-0. You understand? So that's the difference between Liverpool and Manchester City. Forget that they are spending money. Of course, our game management has been poor this season, and we really need to improve on that, to be honest, because if we are going to catch Man City, I mean, a lot of people gave Chelsea the league in October. Now they are giving Man City the league in January. People saying Pep has turned Premier League to Bundesliga in 5 years, this, that. And that's because people are not attacking Manchester City. It seems to be like it's only Liverpool that plays Man City, like, because we are rivals and I mean recent rivals. Yeah, it's only Liverpool that faces Man City and like goes all in with Man City. Look at what Arsenal did to Manchester City, even not for the red card that they got and the silly foul on the diver in person of Bernardo goal digger, right? I feel like Arsenal could have taken something out of it. Like, credit to Arsenal boys, but I'm not here to praise Arsenal anyways. I just feel like Liverpool needs to improve more on their game management, basically. Now, Liverpool are going to be without Mohamed Salah, who is our top goal scorer this season, Sadio Mane and Keita for the AFCON. And I don't know why people are moaning about it, because you all know AFCON was yet has always been in January. It's here to stay. It's the African continental football, just like Euros or Copa America. People need to respect that. I'm seeing a lot of clubs not wanting to release their players. I mean, the likes of Napoli, mentioning situations, Watford mentioning situation on a Nigerian player. I'm Nigerian, right? I feel like it's just basic for all of these guys to represent their country. Imagine if an English player does not want to represent England for Euros. I mean, it's not something I think would ever happen, because these guys are always very passionate about representing their countries and all of that. And now the clubs don't want to release them because they're probably important players. I think it's really shameful. It's a disrespect to the competition, because you already know that these guys are going to go, so you should plan ahead. It's just basic, right? I wish Mohamed Salah the best. I wish Sadio Mane, I wish Keita the best in the course of the AFCON, and they're going to be gone for a month. Hopefully they're not going to be missing too much games in the Premier League. I think just 2 against Watford and then against Brentford, I think, or Burnley, I think. So hopefully it's not going to be long, and then they'll be back, and I hope we can win without them, with Firmino, Origi, Minamino, and Diogo Jota stepping in for these 2 guys. So hopefully we'll be able to replace the goals. Let's just look for a way to win without these guys, and hopefully we're going to make that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for switching on for today's episode of my Liverpool game. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share my video as well. Alright, I'll see you guys after the game, after our next game. Take care of yourself, guys. Love you, and bye. Girl, come close and let me